Chapter 6350. Speaking of this, Maria said. However, this plane just flew over Niger and issued an emergency code. And then landed in the Nigerian port city of Lagos. It is said that there was a smoke alarm in the cargo hold. And it took off again after eliminating the hidden dangers. Charlie frowned and said, Lagos, Nigeria. Why does this city sound familiar? Maria asked curiously, Have you been there, Master? No. Charlie said, I seem to have heard of it somewhere. After thinking for a moment, he said, I remember that before you were attacked. I found clues about Yuan-Tai International Express. And then monitored 6 Boeing 777 cargo planes under Yuan-Tai. One of which was in Lagos, Nigeria. Later, this plane went from Nigeria to Sweden. I think it was to pick up the cavalry guards who attacked you in Sweden. Maria said, in this case, there is a high probability that the warrior's den is stationed in Nigeria. Charlie frowned and said, this plane applied for a route to South Africa. And it hung an emergency code halfway and made an emergency landing in Nigeria. It seems that there is no problem. But it feels like it was intentional. Maria nodded, since their plane has been active in Nigeria before. It feels unusual to make an emergency landing in Nigeria this time. It is possible that the sail to the outside world is just a cover. After flying in Europe for a few days, they will start to find a way to reuse it. Charlie asked her if they are trying to go to Nigeria under the guise of going to South Africa. What is their purpose? They used the excuse of a plane malfunction to make an emergency landing in Nigeria. And then transport the goods to Nigeria? Maria said, it is not impossible to speculate this. They may feel that it is not safe to fly directly to Nigeria. So they use this method to confuse us. Since it is a smoke alarm in the cargo hold. The cargo in the cargo hold must be emptied after landing to check for hidden dangers. If the real destination of the goods is Nigeria, this link can complete the cargo transfer. The warrior's den has been working there for many years. It is definitely not difficult for them to operate this matter. After that, Maria added, but I still think this matter is a bit weird. The young master just listens to it and doesn't pursue this clue. Charlie joked, the warrior's den has been tossing so much on the shipping company. Maybe it just wants to use it to fish. If it were before because there are too few clues about the warrior's den. Whether the other party is really fishing or not. I will definitely go to Nigeria to find out. But the AI model is about to be delivered. Next, it is more reliable to search for clues about the warrior's den through AI. And Nigeria will not be a point of concern for the time being. Yes. Maria nodded and said, the authenticity of the clues released by the warrior's den itself needs to be verified. And I believe in Ari's analysis more. Charlie smacked his lips and smiled. If the warrior's den really wants to fish in Nigeria, they will inevitably dispatch one or all of the 3 elders to Nigeria to wait and see. Once they strengthen their defense there, the defense forces in other places will inevitably be weakened. If Ari can help me find other bases of the warrior's den in other countries around Nigeria, I will go over to Nigeria and deal with them in other bases around it. Will Victoria be furious? Maria smiled and said, when the young master said that, I had a sense of déjà vu as if I were watching Tom and Jerry. The intention of provocation is too obvious. Yes. Charlie nodded and smiled. Since we can't beat her head-on, we have to use various methods to constantly provoke her. Torture her will and mentality, and make her gradually lose her mind.